What's up, everybody? This is going to be another Dominate social media engagement with Dominique. My name is Dominique. I am a social media strategist slash therapist, and this is going to be a video about my story and how it's going to help you in your business. Okay. All right. So where do I start here? All right. Let's go back to the date is 2018. All right, 2018, I used to work at a hotel in Seattle called Hotel Sorrento. All right, I was a valet service. All right, and the model was the cars come in, we greet the customers, we ask them through the prompts of um, how long are they going to be staying, what is their names, um, yada yada yada. Go through the prompts of getting them from their car all the way checked in inside of their room. Okay, so the whole check-in process started like that. Uh, so this story is kind of like really funny. Okay, the owner that used to own that hotel, his name was Mike Malone. Okay, this guy, I'm gonna tell you something. This guy had a lot of money. Okay, and every time he would come to the hotel, he would say, "Hey Dominique, how you doing today?" And I think he liked me a lot. So um, all I would do to him and say, "Hey, how's it going?" I'm like, "How's everything? How's your wife doing?" I just basically just ask him just how he's doing. Nothing too fancy. And how the way he would talk to me, he talked to me like he knew me, and he talked to me like he wanted me to do a lot more other things. Now, let me tell you something. When you have as much money as you know making all this money and owning businesses and everything like that, you really don't care about who's in front of you. And, you basically living in the fast lane. You're basically living this fast lifestyle. So, what my boss did, he basically he used to drink a lot. All right, so Mike Malone was a drinker. All right, he would come in, and sometimes he wouldn't leave. All right, sometimes we had to hold his keys for him not to leave, not out of his car or anything. So every time Mike would come inside, he would bring whether it's his BMW or his Aston Martin or his Fiat. It would be different cars every time he come inside the hotel. All right, so fast forward, uh, there was a day that he needed to go to the Seahawks game. All right, so he was asking people around the hotel who would kindly take him and his buddies to the Seahawks game. Well, guess who he asked? Me. He personally asked me to go. He would say, "Hey, I need you to take me and my friends down to the Seahawks game at this time. Can you leave? It doesn't matter. Just take us there, right?" He did not want me to ask my boss or the general manager. He just said, just take him there, him and his friends. So I go downstairs and I make sure that it was okay with my general manager. I said, "Hey, Mike just asked me to take him and his friends to the Seahawks game. Am I able to leave the campus so I can go and then come back? And then he wants me to come and pick him up after the game. Is that all right?" And so they said, "Oh yeah, sure. All right." That's what my general manager said. So, fast forward, I told Mike. I said, "Hey, I got permission. I'm able to take you and your friends down to the Seahawks game." And he says, "Oh, good, great." So while we're speaking, talking back and forth and stuff like that, of course he's getting a drink for him and his friends and everything like that. And I basically just went off, about my business. And then when it was time to go, I finally grabbed his car. I say, "Okay, Mike, we're ready to go." It takes him and his friends about 10 minutes to get to the car. Now, mind you, they had been already drinking at the bar when I'm talking to him about, prepare him and let him know that I was able to take him to the Seahawks game. So, as soon as they finally get to the car, 10 minutes later, they are already drunk. Okay? Alright, so they get inside the car and they're telling me, you know, "Hey, are you a good driver? Or can we trust you to handle this BMW 7 Series?" I said, "Yes, sir. I'm pretty capable. You wouldn't hire me if I didn't, if I wasn't." So he's like, "All right, I like you. Let's go." So we drive off, right? We're driving. We go down the street down on Madison. So from the hotel to the CenturyLink Field, it's about a mile from the hotel. So uh, just think of it. So it's about 6:30 at night. It's a Friday evening. The Seahawks are about to play, and I believe it was during preseason time. So they wanted to get there early, but they they're the type of people that the sun rises and sets on their own time. So they are already like maybe about 15 minutes late. Now to get to the Seahawks game, you have to be early, okay, to get there. So just mind you, 6:30 p.m. It's Friday. It's Seattle. It's bumper to bumper traffic. So he's telling me, "Hey, floor it all the way down here. I don't want no cars in front of me." That's what Mike is saying. I said, "Okay, sure." Now, mind you, me been driving and stuff like that. Driving in valet service, it's different than driving on the road. So I floor it all the way down the hill, and he's like telling me, "All right, get into the left lane, get into the right lane. All right, go. You can do that, right?" And he's just backseat driving all the way down the hill as I'm trying to drive and be safe and not get distracted, to prevent us from getting into a car accident. I said, "Okay, Mike, I'm gonna drive. I got this, right?" So we're driving all the way down. We get all the way down to, I believe it was Fourth Avenue, or was it? No, it wasn't Fourth Avenue. I believe it was Second Avenue. All right, because those are all one-way streets. So we'll go all the way down to Second, and there's bumper-to-bumper traffic. All right, so it's a one-way. It's going, south. So it's going towards the stadium. So he's telling me, "Get in this lane. Get in that way. I told you to hold it. Hurry up." He's just telling me all these basically directed me into like there's pedestrians everywhere. I'm trying to weave the traffic and everything like that. I'm getting scared, and I'm like, "Okay, sir, I'm driving." So I'm like driving Miss Daisy all the way from the hotel all the way down to the CenturyLink Field, and he's telling me to get there within 10 minutes. Now, mind you, my driving skills, how the way to drive in bumper to bumper traffic, oh, I can get there. All right. We're talking like we passed maybe more than 50 cars on 2nd Avenue within 2 minutes. I got from the hotel, we left at about 6:30. Okay. We get to the stadium finally for me to drop him off at about 6:45. 6:40. In between 6:40 and 6:45 or so. All right. And he goes, "I like your style. Thanks, Dominic. I'll be calling you and when we're about done, okay?" And so they're getting out of the car, okay? Now, mind you, these are his big friends and everything like that. Mike Malone, he's great. He's an awesome guy. They actually kind of they basically they didn't tip me or anything like that, but you know they just went to the game and just had a good time. So that was like my little story. So basically, my point in the matter is, no matter how bad it is in your life, if you're working a dead end job, 9 to 5, talk to people. All right, talk to people. So, to make a long story short, when the game was over, okay, when the game was over, that right there is another story within itself. All right, it took me maybe almost an hour to get to him. All right, and he knew about that because it's the Seahawks game. All right, from the hotel all the way down took me about an hour. There was a lot more people leaving, and there was a lot more traffic. Okay, so there's a problem with that. A lot of people like to leave at the same time. Now these people, they didn't really care. By the time I picked Mike up and his friends, they're telling me a whole bunch of their stories about, you know, about their businesses and everything like that. Engaging with them, they're engaging back to me, and I'm just making them feel okay, on the ride home. Now, they are just, I want to say, shit-faced drunks. Excuse my language, but they are drunk. You can't understand a word that they're saying. They're just kind of just excited and loud about the game. So I drove them all the way back, safely, without a scratch. And basically, I took the the back roads getting back up to the hotel. And he told me, wow, he goes, you know your way around Seattle. Dominic, I'm gonna hire you from now on to take me back and forth to the game. I was so happy. He tipped me for $40 after that night, but I was so happy after that. So that was my tip for the day. That was a little bit of story time, and so to take this with your business and what it means to social engage with other people. Uh, if it's on their other posts, don't worry about how bad they look, how bad of the story is. Always engage with other people. Always start out the conversation. Ask them how their day is going. Inbox them. Um, just follow up with people. You just never know who you're going to talk to nowadays. That person could be a potential investor. You never know. They might want to do business with you. They might want to work with you. All right. So that's my little story for today. All right. If you like this video, if you got any content or got any value out of this video, comment down below. I do always have my meditation music on. If you like for me to change it, or if you want for me to do other things, maybe another music choice, comment down below. All right. And always like and subscribe this video, and don't forget to ring the bell. All right. See you in the next video.